So waking up here in Dawson City, it's in the 50s out. It's not too bad. Just getting the bikes loaded up. I did notice the front of mine was flexing a little bit more than usual. Last couple of days, saw where 2 screws have backed out. It's not gonna hurt anything, but we'll get those replaced when we get home. I'm gonna go in here and get geared up. There's one gas station in town, so we'll go fill up, and then we're heading south to Whitehorse. I did look last night. Jasper has been evacuated for the most part, so we're changing up the route a little bit. On the way home, hopefully not too much damage is going on there and doesn't affect the town, but yeah, 300 and some miles today. We are 1.6 miles into the trip today, and we've reached our first road construction. So for the last few miles, I kept thinking I saw smoke up ahead, or dust, or fog, or it's this guy's bike up here that's smoking. I can smell it. Hopefully, I don't know, he slows down, speeds up. Hopefully we can get around him here in a little bit. I don't smell that anymore. Hopefully he knows that what's going on with his bike there, but maybe not. Out of the way. He didn't want to speed up till I got on his ass. Yeah, that's better. I actually breathe. We're about 75 miles in, and we just got to our second construction zone. I don't know, we'll be here for a little bit, I guess. KLR 650 times 2.
God.
Yeah, the wildfires are getting kind of close. So we're coming into Carmack's, Yukon, crossing the Yukon River. We're gonna stop up here just for a minute. I got warm out. It's 80 degrees, so I'm gonna get a layer peeled off, and then I think it leaves about 110 miles to get to Whitehorse today. Okay, then I'm just gonna pull up here and change, or peel that layer off, whatever. Whew, warm out. Just washed these things off not too long ago, but listen, about 2 days ago, construction zone's just, it's whatever. So we'll take it. There we are. Isn't that it? Yeah. I don't know if we can check in this early or not. Yeah, I guess people were checking in. Where do you want to go? Yeah, let's take this in one. I feel like I've been here before. So we're back in Whitehorse. We just went and got something to eat a little bit ago. And I just walked over to the hardware store, which is back there. I think I mentioned this morning I got a couple of bolts that rattled loose on the bike. Let me show you what I picked up. Temporary fix till I'm able to get home, but it should work. So if we take a look, it's these top ones on each side that rattled out. The bottom one's out. This is what it looks like. What I went with was a bolt with a washer. It's an 8mm washer, 6mm bolt. They didn't have any more 6mm washers, but it should work. I'm gonna try to get it in here and see if it holds. All right, so there's what the finished product looks like. Obviously it doesn't look factory. Don't really give a shit about that right now. I just want it to work. Also on the other side, this bottom one was out too. I noticed this thing was like shaking. I don't know why. It's not like we went over anything rough or anything like that during the course of the last few days. But yeah, I'm missing both on the other side. So I got the top one done. I'll put the bottom one in and it should be good to go. All right, so over on the other side, there's obviously the top one. The bottom one's right there where my finger's pointing. Yeah, this thing shouldn't rattle around as much anymore with all 4 bolts back in. All right, so waking up here on Thursday, July 25th in Whitehorse. We're back at the same Quality Inn we were at, I don't know, basically like a week ago. Spent a lot of time last night on the computer, rerouting, hopped on drivebc.ca. There's a lot of road closures going on due to the wildfires and some damage it's caused. Watching on the news last night, the town of Jasper, which was evacuated, I think it was Monday night. Buildings were on fire there. Obviously, we just were through there for lunch last week. I came up with a totally new route that's going to take us down through Washington and across Idaho back into Montana to get back to Mike's place, because there was a landslide south of Mucho Lake there around Toad River. Apparently, one lane is now open through there, so we're going to go back to the route I came up with. It's just a slightly modified route from the original, but the route I came up with a few days ago. We've got a little short of 600 miles today. Hopefully everything goes off okay and we don't have any more road closures to deal with, but the goal is to get into Fort Nelson tonight, and then Grand Prairie the next night, and then Calgary, and then we'll end up back in Montana on Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. So this is the current situation with our riding gear. It's a little dirty for sure. Familiar scene to a week ago. So another thing I was able to do last night while I was sitting around researching routes and what the weather looked like and landslides and all that sort of stuff, I did get some new fork seals and bushings ordered for both the 1290 and the 890. I mean, they use the same stuff, so that should be home when I get home. And I don't think we've ever done. I know we've done a rebuild video on the forks of the 1290. I'll link that so you guys can check it out if you need to know how to do it. But I don't think we've ever done one on the 890, so I'll probably shoot a back in the garage video on that. But fork seals on Angela's bike seem to be, knock wood, holding pretty good. But after this trip and the fact that the bike will have probably about 12,000 miles on it at that point, and some of them kind of rough miles, we get some fresh oil and seals and stuff put on those forks. It's still saying that washout's there, but I swear it said single lanes getting through. I mean, that's what the website said. Yeah, alternating, apparently they got a pilot vehicle or something taking you through, so it's gonna take some time, but we better pull over and put another layer on. If we find a decent spot, we will, and if it warms up, we'll peel it back off. It'll warm up, but I thought it would have by now. Yeah, what about here? Looks like some sort of pull off, right? Ooh. It's really not any, it's only a few degrees colder than yesterday, but not sure what all recorded back there, but we just pulled over. I don't know, we're 40 some miles in. It just, temperature kept dropping. I want to throw a layer on. A little cool out this morning, so all good now. We stopped here on the way through Yukon motel and restaurant. Went ahead and got some fuel and went ahead and got some breakfast. That was really good. Now back on the road. We're about 1:14, 1:15 in. About I forget what it was, 261 I think to get to Watson Lake. That'll be the next time we fill up. And not quite at the halfway point, but close. See, now doesn't this steel graded bridge feel a whole lot easier after riding the Dalton up and back? I think this is the longest one. The 1290 just flipped over to 66,666 miles. Okay, so we're back to Watson Lake. Stop in here and grab some fuel. Last time I rode this little stretch of road, you had that burning hot coffee in my hand I was holding on to. There's a signpost forest one last time. And we're not quite at the halfway point for the day, but pretty close. We're back to British Columbia. And then we'll cross back into Yukon and back into BC like 6 times today. Single lane, expect delays. Also, there's bison on the highway. At least the road's open. Just slow way down because he's scratching himself on the signpost. He seems pretty content. The little one over there. We little ones. How'd you like that? Back to Northern Rockies Lodge. We're not staying here tonight. We are going to stop in and get some fuel and probably throw a layer on because it's dropped about 11 degrees in the last I don't know, probably 50 miles. Wow. That water really is blue. Got the bikes filled up. Got 155 miles left to go into Fort Nelson tonight. We do know when we get up here on the other side of Toad River before we get to Summit, that's where the one lane is doing the alternating traffic. I assume they're still doing it from the landslide they had, but we'll deal with that when we get there. At least we can get through it, at least presumably. So, what is going on here? It was marked as construction.
Oh shit.
Oh, I see what happened. The road went away.
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, that would have sucked. So this was the issue spot.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, all right, just grab the line I grabbed, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Woo.
All right. Did you get out of there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at these guys.
Ooh. Hey. Don't come after me.
I ran them all down the hill.
Aww.
I saw them there 6 years ago. I was going the other direction though.
Uh-huh.
So we are 27 miles outside of Fort Nelson, and about the last mile or so the pavement's been wet, so it looks like some rain came through here, but nothing's coming down on us right now. So I'll be into the hotel shortly, and then hopefully not too long after that, go get something to eat. All right, so things have really gone downhill for us after staying at Marriott properties earlier in the trip. Then we were staying in places like Coldfoot and these camp things, and now we're at a Motel 6. It is kind of cool because the entire wall over here is orange. You're wearing orange, the beds have orange, whatever. It's actually been 6 years ago today that I stayed at this hotel, and thanks Facebook for reminding me of that. Anyway, we went over to Boston Pizza. Got some dinner earlier. Same place we had lunch about a week or so ago. Maybe not. Was it a week ago? I guess it was about a week ago. Good dinner tonight. Got a little chilly coming into town. Tomorrow, I haven't taken a look at it yet, but at least we were able to get back on the route. It was a little crazy seeing the road washed out earlier today. But knock wood, we should be good route-wise the rest of the trip to get back into Montana in a few days. I'm going to dump some footage, and I'm probably going to sleep pretty good tonight because we covered right around 600 miles. So see you guys in the morning.